Today, I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of St. Kevin of Glendalough. St. Kevin is also known as the patron saint of bird lovers and the Archdiocese of Dublin, Ireland. He was born in the year 498 in the Green Hills of Leinster, Ireland. His name was Coamgan, later known as Kevin, and his family was of noble class. From the beginning, St. Kevin was very different. It was known that an angel appeared to his mother before his birth, proclaiming he would grow to be a holy man. As a child, he was very gentle and contemplative. He would often wander into the woods alone to speak to animals and beasts with uncanny peace. When he was 7 years old, he was entrusted to St. Petroc for religious education. St. Petroc was a young man from Wales who became a missionary in Britain and later became a saint. With St. Petroc, Kevin grew in wisdom and spiritual strength. He also learned to love solitude, which helped him connect to God while praying. Later, St. Kevin was ordained a priest, and he then withdrew into the remote and quiet valley of Glendalough for prayer. There he made his own cave, carving through the rocks by the mountain beside the river. Today this cave is called St. Kevin's Bed, which is still preserved as his relic. His companions were the animals and birds all around him, and for 7 years he wore only animal skins, slept on stones, and ate very sparingly. He also spent most of this time in prayer and silence, communing with animals, birds, and nature. According to some accounts, animals trusted him so much that at one point, a blackbird once laid her eggs in his outstretched hand as he prayed. St. Kevin prayed for so long that he held the eggs still until they hatched. In fact, an Irish poet named Seamus Heaney, who won a Nobel Prize, even wrote a poem that tells the tale about St. Kevin and the blackbird. After his hermitage life, a group of people started to follow him and became his disciples. Though reluctant, St. Kevin became a teacher and eventually the abbot of a growing monastic community. He later founded the great monastery of Glendalough, which became one of Ireland's most important centers of learning and faith. Despite his growing fame, St. Kevin remained humble and deeply in love with nature and the Creator. He always taught his followers to pray and to always commune with nature and find God in solitude. After establishing his community, he retired into solitude. His life as a hermit made him live a simple and humble lifestyle. In the year 618, St. Kevin died at the age of 120 years old, making him one of the oldest saints. Today he is venerated as the patron saint of bird lovers in the Archdiocese of Dublin, Ireland. His feast day is celebrated every 3rd of June. If you like stories like this, follow, like, and subscribe.